Hey guys, Novaexplosion. Welcome back to more Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes. We're back. Another great day to play Eiyuden Chronicle. I am in the base. I did a couple of stuff off stream like I said I would, so we got some stuff to talk about. Two major things. I got some big gomas. It turns out once you have the super lucky badge and lucky badge on two different party members and you use Dr. Korg as a support, getting big gomas is like hella easy. Like it's much easier. So I'm glad they at least have some way to make it easier. I did that. Basically, the two big goma pieces I got, you can only have one big goma piece each. So you can't get like 3 of these pawn demons. So I got some 3 stars. We got the Sea Conqueror and the Pawn Demon. I got him from the Proving Grounds. The first dungeon we did with Marissa and Guru. And I got the Sea Conqueror from the Dappled Forest. In the Dappled Forest, there are 3 sections, and the Garb was blocking the final section. I went over there to grab the Sea Conqueror. The Pawn Demon, there's a specific floor you could find them, but you could just Google Pawn Demon, and I found a YouTube video, that's how I figured out what floor to find them at. But Pawn Demon, Sea Conqueror, and hopefully one of these tops. Hopefully it's enough to just, like, finish the Big Goma quest. I don't know if it will be. But, I would like to finish the Big Goma quest because we're nearing the end of the game, and we only need, like, 5 more heroes to recruit, give or take. Actually, let me put up the checklist. Yeah, we need Reed, who we have to finish the Big Goma quest line for. We're going to try to do that. We need this card character. We need 120 unique cards. I'll look at that. We need the character from the Cooking Battle side quest. We need Sid still, which I'm going to talk about that in a minute. And we need a couple of others. Yeah, like this one, we need the Drill Ground. Yeah, okay, Drill Ground, a couple of sequences, and then 2 more. So we're coming up really close on getting all the heroes. So, yeah, I wanted to try and finish Big Goma and the cook-offs before, because I think what I want to do is I probably just want to get everyone I can, then move on the game, and then we, like, can beeline the end. Another thing I want to talk about, and I'm kind of upset about it. So, I was trying to figure out how to get... What was it? I was trying to figure out how to get the ore and bring it to Sid. It turns out that once you enter the castle, they immediately take your materials. Which I knew, but what I didn't know was that there's no way to avoid that. They will take your materials, and there's no way to grab those materials. They immediately just take your materials, and you cannot take them back, which I kind of hate. So basically what that means is, I gotta go find the materials for Sid, but I can't go back to the castle. Like, I need to have them in my inventory without going back to the castle, because as soon as you go back to the castle, they immediately take them. So we are going to try and get Sid here. It's going to be a little annoying, though. Let me see. Maybe there's an easy way to see how to get these materials, and then we can just go grab some real quick. Oh, I should probably look at my team. Yeah, I was just using some characters I felt like. Is anyone here? Yes, Sane has the Monster Repel Charm. We're probably going to have to go back to some really weak areas. Because we're going to have to get the materials again because the base already took them. How to recruit Sid? Okay. Oh, apparently Excellent Liqueur is found in the final area of Dapple Forest. I should probably go there. Hey. Mystic Lumber is something I need. It's Excellent Liqueur. Let me look this up. Eiyuden Chronicle, Mystic Lumber? I get Mystic Lumber. Mystic Lumber is found in the Dappled Forest. Second area. We have to go to the Dappled Forest. Iron Ore. Iron Ore can be found in the Red Throat Ridge. And what's the last material I need? Dire Beast Horn. Dire Beast. Bone? Wait. This is Dire Beast. A Dire Beast horn. Oh, okay. I spelled it wrong. Dire Beast horn. Dire Beast horn locations. Den of the Dunes. Alright. So this is what we're gonna do. I have the Monster Repel Charm. We're gonna hit up Redthroat Ridge, Dire Beast Horn, or not Dire Beast Horn, Redthroat Ridge, Dappled Forest, and the Den of the Dunes. That should get us the materials.
Is this the right?
They might not come right away, but I have the Monster Repel Charm. Actually, I probably should have gotten Yelu's ability. I'm just hoping this doesn't take too long. That's stone, not really what I was looking for. Let me lower my television. There we go. I don't know if it's double, I don't know if the audio is like double stacking, but just to make sure it's not. Hopefully we don't get too many encounters. Oh, iron ore, that was easy. So we got iron ore. I need to leave here manually because I don't have a dungeon escape item, whatever it's called. I don't remember because I rarely use them. I think it's like Rune Shard of Return, isn't it?
I'm down for some light
You guys
exercise.
freaking mind? You guys are weak. Probably should auto battle. Why am I just manually attacking? Auto battle would have gotten the job done.
Let's end this.
Nothing to worry about.
Yeah. I just got 2 more Big Goma pieces. Literally just got 2 more Big Goma pieces. So maybe they'll help me, maybe they won't. Regardless, it's nice to have them. Super Lucky Badge plus Korg's ability, very good. So we can't go to the castle, because I think the iron ore is going to show up in our inventory. Yeah, see, like this. Everything we collect shows up here, but once you go to the castle, it's gone. We can afford, we have a lot more space. Let's go to the Dappled Forest next.
I have.
We need Mystic Lumber, and then we just need to go to Den of the Dunes for the Dire Beast Horn.
Is this the right?
But yeah, I'm really excited to play more Eiyuden Chronicle. I'm playing this game once a week now, because we've been playing it for a while. And I know we're getting close to the end. Also, there's not many game releases. I'm not really in a rush to get it done. I do want to get it done soon, but I'm not really in a rush to get it done. Honestly, also another reason I think Eiyuden Chronicle is getting the least amount of attention on my channel. So I'm like, you know what? This is the game I'm gonna push to once a week. I'm enjoying Eiyuden Chronicle.
Not sure you even need me for this.
I know there's a couple of people on YouTube enjoying Eiyuden Chronicle, but it gets the least amount of attention on Twitch. Which is why I'm like, yeah, you know what? Let's just bump it to once a week. Honestly, though, I'm coming up to the end of Lunar 2 really soon. I probably only have like 2 streams of that left. So once I finish Lunar 2, we will focus more on Eiyuden Chronicle. Or I'll put Eiyuden Chronicle back into the rotation. Because I don't want to start... I'm not going to start another playthrough until Eiyuden Chronicle and Lunar are done. And Lunar is almost done. And Eiyuden Chronicle is fairly close to done. I think we probably have... I'm going to guess like 3 to 4 streams.
Is it tea time already?
It really depends on how much of the story is left. I know I'm almost done with Lunar. I have a feeling we're almost done. I mean, we gotta be almost done with Eiyuden Chronicle. We almost have all the heroes. I don't know how much of the story is left, but it feels very into the game. So, I know we're coming up pretty close to the end. How do I get to Den of the Dunes again? Oh, it's right here.
I'm a teleporter.
Yeah, I know we're getting close to the end. I don't exactly know how much of the story is left, but we're getting close. I know that much. So, once we finish Lunar and Eiyuden Chronicle, then that will be a good time to, like, start another new playthrough. Although I'm in no rush, because again, we just started Dragon Quest VIII. That was really easy. That did not take long at all. That's great. There might be a big Goma we can grab here. I'm gonna take this off of Sane real quick. But we just started Dragon Quest 8. I'm like 2 to 3 streams in Dragon Quest 8, and you know, I started a lot of playthroughs in May because there are no new games coming out. So I started a lot of new games. So I'm not in a rush to like start something else right now. So, you know, for now I'm just like, you know what? Let's just get Lunar and Eiyuden Chronicle and then
Guardian Arcana.
maybe even Rogue Galaxy, because I don't know how long Rogue Galaxy is gonna be.
You asked for it. You
I don't really
got
have an idea, but
Arcana!
you know, it'll work out. We're coming up to June anyway, and I don't think there's that Rhino game comes out in June, so I'll be ready for that at the very least. Other than that, I don't think anything else comes out in June, or July for that matter. Lost Souls Aside got pushed back to August, so that will be coming out in August. I probably wouldn't have started this many playthroughs if Lost Souls Aside didn't get delayed. Lost Souls Aside getting delayed was the whole reason I started something. I'm gonna stay here and try to grind some Egoma pieces for a bit.
We'll settle this quickly.
Sonic Rider and Sandfish. Na 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 na. Nibble everybody. Did you hear Searing Blast Wave from the back? That's incredible. I love that.
You're mine.
Love to see it.
Rune. Don't mess with a guardian.
Don't mess with a Guardian.
I'll have my tea now.
I feel stronger.
Oh, level 50. Let's go. A new room for Noah has been unlocked. I'm shocked he still has a new rune he's getting. Oh, it's just an extra slot. What's this last one? Level 60? Level 60 to get the final slot on Noah. Alright, I don't think I need anything else here, so let's just, we don't want to go to the castle because the castle will immediately lose our materials, so now we want to go talk to Sid. The good news is I got 2 of each, so I have extra for myself. I see, it's lively as always. Also, I think we're going to try out the theater. We got the theater unlocked. I want to try out the theater for sure. We're going to do that immediately after getting Sid here.
Hot damn! You've done it! You've brought what I need! Now I can finally light the fuse of my vision. Oh, yes, yes, yes! Let the explosion begin!
Does that mean you'll join us?
Yes, obviously. Your city will soon be ablaze with my passion. My workshop will explode with freedom. And there, I will create whatever your heart desires.
I'm a little scared.
Okay. Art is explosive. That's one way to put it. We got Sid. Alright. So Sid is done. Let's go back to the base and try out the theater.
All right.
I am ready to try it out. I know we have we got the Love Crosser script, which apparently was a random inventory item. Apparently there's a lot of there's some items like recipes and scripts that are like random. Like you have to go at shops and hope that they sell them, which I'm not a huge fan of that. But yeah, we have 2 of the scripts, I think, so let's see what this is about. Cast your allies in the roles of a play and see how they each express their characters. Try all sorts of combinations. If your show is a hit, you'll earn a reward.
Welcome.
That seems fun. Wait, I only have one? I thought I got another one. Or do I have to do star-crossed lovers first? A tale of the forbidden love between Romeo and Juliet, born into the feuding Montague and Capulet families, or Montague. Eager to be with Romeo, Juliet consults with Friar Lawrence to find the way. He concocts a plan for her to elope with Romeo by faking her demise with a potion that simulates death. This is so cool. Noah seems prone to nervousness. I'd like him to deliver his lines more confidently without fear of stumbling. Alright, well, Juliet has to be, we should do Periel and Noah for Romeo and Juliet. Ariel seems to immerse herself in her roles and makes her acting... Yeah, we're gonna make her Juliet. Time to show off my acting skills. I mean, like, Romeo's gotta be Noah, right? Who else would I ship with Periel? Imagine if I made Romeo Eupharius. That would be hilarious. A shark and a woman. Marissa's a good actress. Her emotional performances are stellar. Poopy's attachment is concerned. You could just make Romeo Marissa. You could do 2 girls for that. That's funny. We're gonna do Noah because that makes sense to me. Narrator. Who do I want to make a narrator? Who can I see as a narrator? The Wyvern. Alio's doing his best, I think. Let's make the Wyvern the narrator. Still have to try out Ali. I'm sure she has a combination move with Yugo. Mio could be the narrator. And Lawrence will do... same. Let's do it.
Without further ado, enjoy the show.
Star-crossed lovers.
Ah, so it begins. On this picturesque
What on earth?
a woman with captivating eyes fixates on the water, and a young man takes notice. Instantaneously, they fall in love.
Mio does not want to be here. I was not expecting voice acting for this.
He is Romeo, of the long-warring Montague lineage. She is Juliet, of the equally combative Capulet lineage.
She sounds so bored.
However, both families have been in unending strife, entangled in a relationship of pure animosity.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name, or, if thou willest it, I shall cast aside mine.
Call me but love, Juliet, and what's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet.
I love thee, Romeo, more than aught in this world.
You guys are gonna die in the end, though.
And I thee, forever, even in the cold embrace of death.
No, no, Romeo, mine own life without yours is not worth living. Thou must livest with me until time itself expires.
But the stars have other plans in mind. An unfortunate stabbing or two plunges their family's relations to a new low. A humble man of the cloth, Friar Lawrence, takes pity on the youths and comes to Juliet with an idea.
Friar Lawrence, I am to be wed to a man I do not love. Doth no heart beat twixt my cruel father's bones? Is there no escape? No ploy to bring Romeo and I together as one?
Take thou this vial, and drink thou off. For 42 hours thou shalt go stiff and stark and cold like death.
What is Sane doing?
Find thou this courage, and after thou art borne to the crypt, thou shalt rise again and be with Romeo.
Give me! Oh, tell not me of fear! If courage is the cost of my love for Romeo, may all fears fall upon me! Romeo, I will be with you soon.
Perio's really getting into it.
Alas, the letter that was to inform Romeo of their plan is lost en route by the messenger. After Juliet's servant Balthazar tells Romeo of her death, he sneaks into her family crypt, racked with grief.
Oh, my love! Death hath had no power yet upon thy beauty, and yet never again shall I gaze into those deep pools that are thine eyes. Thus, with a kiss, I die. May we meet again in a world untouched by strife. Here's to my love!
The bobbleheads, I can't take this seriously.
In his sorrow, Romeo takes a deadly poison and breathes his last breath. Then, and only then, does Juliet wake.
Romeo? It cannot be! Gone from me, and wherefore? Oh, churl, wherefore is life so cruel? Am I truly to be denied the warmth of thy smile? The sweet melody of mine own name falling from thy lips? Such a life is no life at all. Wait for me, my love, for I will join you soon in a world for just us two.
Soon after, word of the young lover's death reached their quarreling families. Although the tragedy brought the feud to a close, poor Romeo and Juliet would never know it.
Now I can stop reading this story. That was great. Great, was immensely enjoyable play. I got an A. Can you tweak the cast? Was Perio not a good Juliet? I could have sworn I got one more thing. Okay. Why me? Why am I even here? Let's try this. Oh no, Mio is the narrator. Whoa, I can't get out of this.
And now, on with the show.
I wanted to get a new narrator.
Ah, so it begins. On this picturesque...
Okay, I'm not letting her narrate
However,
again.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name, or, if thou willest it, I shall cast aside mine.
Call me but love, Juliet. And what's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet.
I love thee. I love thee, Romeo, more than aught in this world.
And I thee, forever, even in the cold embrace of death.
No, no, Romeo, mine own life without yours is not worth living. Thou must livest with me until time itself expires.
I can't believe they voice
But
acted
the
all
stars,
this.
Friar Lawrence,
So
I am
fun.
to be wed to a man I do not love. Doth no heartbeat twixt my cruel father's bones? Is there no escape? No ploy to bring Romeo and I
I
together?
don't know
as
if
one?
I'm trying to think.
Take thou this phial, and drink thou off. For 42 hours thou shalt go stiff and stark and cold, like death. Find thou this courage, and after thou art borne to the crypt, thou shalt rise again.
There's no way I'm gonna actually try and get all S ranks on these, because doing this a second time on stream is...
Give me, oh,
It doesn't
tell
make
not
great
me
content.
fear. If courage is the
But I want to
cause
at
of
least
my
do
love for
most, if
Romeo,
not all, of
may
these
all
plays. Although some of
fears
the
fall upon
plays were
me.
random I was reading, like in the shops. I don't know how easy I'll get them. Okay, I just want to see if this will get me an S rank. This isn't super long, but...
Oh, my love. Death hath no power yet upon thy beauty, and yet never again... shall I
Valentine
gaze
is
into those
definitely
deep
a much
pools.
better actor than Noah.
Thus, with a kiss, here's to my...
Maybe we meet again. Here's to my love. You get the picture. Bye, Valentine.
Sorrow. Romeo takes a deadly poison and then...
Romeo? Wherefore? Am I truly the sweet wait for
Yes, poison yourself. You and Romeo will be together again.
Soon after, although...
You know what? Maybe I put the Red Riding Hood in the stash. I got Ness. Let's go. So I just had to change Romeo's actor. Hey, distinguished theater. Received an S at the theater. Got the masquerade mask.